Hello, StarMunchers. Max here, playing for the very first time Assemble with Care. Now, I found this game because a while back when I found out that Monument Valley 3 was releasing, I went and I was looking at Us2 Games, the people who made the Monument Valley series, and I saw that they had this other game on Steam, so I went ahead and picked that up, and I've been sitting on this game for a couple months, waiting for the opportunity to play it. And when I looked up the overall playtime, it seems like it's about 2 hours, maybe less. And I'm not sure how quickly I'm going to go through this game, but I'll probably end up making a supercut, just one video, just because it's a pretty short game, and I'm not going to break it up into a million tiny segments. Or at least that's the plan for the moment. I might change my mind about that. But since I wrapped up the bonus content for Terra Nil that they just released in the final update, I was kind of looking for something low-key and chill that I could upload to the channel, and this sort of won out, so we're going to get into this. There's voice acting, I do know that.
After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between. But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey. A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. The places I'd seen, the people I'd met, of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease of life along the way. I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months, working my way from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs. Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait until after I'd unpacked.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, the only other thing that I know is that it's a game where you, like, restore stuff, and that just seemed really enticing to me. It just seems like a really cool idea for a game, so we're going to get into this. All right. Pick it up. We did that. Put it down. Ah, click the clasps. Of course. That's how you open a suitcase. So we're playing as Marissa? Alright, so we're just unpacking everything. Toolbox.
The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these.
Cool. We just clicking anything and everything, or are we supposed to do them in a certain order?
I picked up these sunglasses on my last stop. Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off.
Oh, gotta get both of them.
I saw a guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repairwoman, at your service.
I also like the Foley work of like the sea in the background. Very cool.
Who doesn't love a scrunchie? Practical and stylish. My parents took this after I made my first repair. Seems like a lifetime ago. Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this.
Also, the name is definitely Maria, not Marissa. I don't know where I got that from.
I'll hand these out once I'm settled in. Fingers crossed they get me some work.
Aventura Classic Suitcase. So that was a fun little tutorial.
Finally,
Love the artwork.
I'd made it to Bellariva. I'd come for the food festival, taking place in a few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I was craving a decent meal. Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day and find some work. My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to stay in their shop and have a simple, stationary life. I knew there was a world out there, beyond the four walls of our antique store, that I had to be a part of.
1979, huh?
I daydreamed constantly about the weird and wonderful places each of our antiques came from. I loved figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires. My story in Bellariva began with a little girl, and a voice she was longing to hear.
I really appreciate just the overall feeling that Us 2 games give the player. It's just endlessly positive, and it's really, really fun. It's a nice detox from a lot of games.
It was my first morning in Bellariva, and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town, its streets and alleyways basking peacefully in the hot morning sun. In the main square, meanwhile, preparations were underway for the festival in a few days' time. As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of Bellariva would need me to fix. So far, everything here seemed perfect. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to fix things?
Oh, you're in luck.
It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one of my flyers. She rummaged around in her backpack until she hauled out a battered red cassette deck.
My tape is broken and I can't make it work anymore. I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal thing in the way. Can you try?
Let's give it a shot. This seems fairly up front, I think. All right, so first and foremost, let's pick this up. Can I rotate you? Ah, here we go. This is interesting. All right. I figured for the first one that they'd be kind to me. Oh, hold on. Pick that back up, please. There we go. Oh, okay. Spin to that side. Okay, that's clear. Very good. Let's rotate you just a little bit more, and then click again. Take you off. Very
Aha.
good.
Those batteries look like they need replacing. Luckily, I have some spares.
Slap in those new Duracells. Whoops. Nope. That goes in there. There we go. Alright, so that's good there. We can put that down. Let's spin you back around. Click that. Let's open that. Let's grab you. Or no, we grab the pencil. Oh, I see. Hold on. Can I put you down somewhere? Because I know we need to rewind the tape, I'm assuming. I know ancient technology. Can I? Okay, there we go. You swap it out. I see. Okay.
Why did you do that?
I know, it is arcane technology.
Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say goodnight.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, my darling.
That's sweet.
When it finished, Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever.
No problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
Izzy trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill. When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo.
You know what? That's more than payment, you know?
I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt. She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all, part of her life had been shattered. A part I wouldn't be able to fix.
I do think that having, I guess, a story going on in the background of these restorations is really nice. Not only for the very overt, I guess, parallels of things being repaired and put back together on an interpersonal level for people, but also because I think that maybe the levels would get a little bit boring if it was just restorations and nothing else. You know, maybe that's wrong, but I think it adds a little bit something. Number 3, Shattered.
My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit. The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. Bathed in the evening light, it looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking paintwork and chipped tiles. The front door was opened by a harried-looking man, still dressed from a long day at the office.
Are you Maria? My name's Joseph. I'm Isabel's father. I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please, come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
Ah, my father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him.
Whew. A lot of subtext there.
It survived 100 years in this family. But 5 minutes with Isabel and... Do you think you can salvage it?
I think we can do something about this. Okay. I like how there's always just a cup of tea. Oh, that's for the pause button. Okay, that's fun. That's what you pick up to take a break. That's clever. Okay, let me... Alright, let's put that one...
Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
Is there an amount to how much we're putting on? Does it matter? Well, we're gonna find out. The glue just starts going, like, as soon as you move it over this direction, so hopefully it's not gonna be too picky about how much glue I'm putting on. I don't think the game's getting that realistic, which is good news for me, because I don't think I could do as well if that were the case. Oh yeah, need to add glue to you as well? Probably. This is horribly messy, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Do we just need to put glue on all these first before we start assembling them? Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. Alright, that's the torso. Put that on there.
Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
Feel like this glue might be supposed to symbolize something else in this conversation. Sometimes to help me go to sleep, I'll watch painting restoration videos, and this is not nearly as careful with the glue as that restorer would be, but you know what? It's a game, so we're going to take the grace where it finds us. Alright, let's rotate this one. Let's get some glue on here. That's a cool statue. You know, sometimes I think game studios just don't appreciate how simple things
Sometimes I think
need to
my
be.
daughter should come with a warning label.
Sometimes games don't have to be complex, you know? A lot of people find simple things enjoyable when they're presented in a cool way. Alright. Oh, there's the foot. There we go. A little bit on there. You back. Boom. Wentwood porcelain statue. Looking pretty cool.
Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor. And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I've been working late getting things sorted for the festival. There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again?
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy, to avoid talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening. Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. But maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too.
Interesting. We're getting some cool story information about Bellariva. Ooh. Number 4, disconnected. Us 2 also likes fun little chapters,
My
too.
second day in Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries. I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday handing out flyers? I have a job for you.
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice. Judging by the empty tables inside, though, her potential customers hadn't noticed it either.
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some, seasoning tips, but it won't connect. Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong?
Ooh, this is going to be fun. Okay. All right, where to begin? Well, first off, let's put this center stage here. Let's turn this over. We got some screws to take care of.
Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this.
Gotta unscrew all 4 of these little bad boys. Okay.
You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
Well, for starters, something deep in the guts of this phone I think is a little bit busted. Yep, certainly is. Click the wire and drag it to the toolbox to detach it. Oh, pull it out. Alright, so here's the new one.
These connections aren't quite right. I
Oh,
should check
right.
the wiring.
You gotta go. The new one in. Oh, I see. Okay, we needed both. Put you in. So that one's not bad. It just, we needed
Looks
2.
like this new circuit board is all hooked up.
Oh, didn't know that there was a screw on this. Take you out. That one can go. This new one goes in. Brand new screw in there. Screw that in. I think that's good. So now this part goes back on. Grab a screw. Oh, this is fun. This is extremely satisfying. I don't know. It's probably from years of playing with Legos, but this is extremely satisfying to me. I think I'm already getting the sense that I wish that this game was longer, even though I only just started playing it. And is that a weird way to put that? I can already tell that I'm going to be so upset when I finish the game and there's not more restorations to do, because this is extremely satisfying. Everdial rotary phone. Complete. You'll love to see it.
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go. It'll be ringing off the hook in no time.
That's if I can pay my phone bill, anyway. And the rent, and the suppliers. Anyway, take a seat and I'll be right with you. Your coffee's on the house.
Well, maybe her recipe at the festival will make this place
I sat at one of the
go
empty
crazy.
tables, while at the counter, Carmen had started dialing the phone.
Hello! How's my favourite sister doing today?
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
Hmm.
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. My sister's decided to fly in for a visit. Oh god, I have to get ready.
Yep, I'll bet.
Actually, I might have another job for you. Can you come by tomorrow?
Ooh, repeat business. Number 5. Ooh, in focus a camera. Sweet.
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name. Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different. Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera. Any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong.
All right, let's do this. Okay, hold on. We got a little instruction thing here. Let's take a look at this.
You need the manual.
All right, light goes through, bounces out. Okay. I'm assuming that will come into play here shortly. All right, let's spin you around. All right, let's open the back of this thing. Oh, some screws at the top. Got to take those puppies out. Unscrew that. Unscrew this. Now that'll come off. Okay, there's the little prism. Oh, yep, that's definitely shattered. Okay, so how do I get at that? Oh, is there more screws to the side? Oh, yep, whoops, missed you. Need to get to that broken lens. Oh, I'm just missing all these. Alright. Put the lens there.
I don't suppose you've
Face
fixed
plate.
anything this valuable before.
Alright, so getting a little bit more of an understanding on their complicated relationship.
If I use the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror.
Whoops, hold on. We need to get this shining the right direction. There we go. Perfect.
Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working.
Okay. Alrighty. So that means faceplate goes back on. Go. And turn you. Screw back in there. Perfect. Film strip. There we go. That wasn't in there before, but I'm just reading tea leaves here about what needs to happen next. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's put the back plate back on. And then... Right, there are screws for the top part here. Put that in. And the other screw. There we go. I even kind of like how you have to keep clicking on each screw to put it in. I like that. Lennox U2G58 camera complete.
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958 limited edition, the first of its kind. It cost me 3 months' salary, but it was worth it.
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford. It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better? She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows what they're doing. Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
That's complex.
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hoped Carmen was ready.
To be fair, we probably could have told her that her phone was broken, but calling about the money, that's still pretty rough. 6 in the dark.
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, maybe she lent her money in the first place?
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
That is a rough situation.
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
Oh, if her shop is that small, probably. It's not gonna help.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
Sure, this seems like a fun repair. Okay. Alright. What do we got here? Is this the back or the front of the sign? Ah, here we go. First of all, let's crack this open. I'll have to get to the electronic guts of this, I'm sure, in order to put some of this more high-tech type stuff in. Here we go. Alright, we got a fuse panel, which that looks like it's already on, which is interesting. Oh, I guess this would need to be put somewhere, surely. Alright, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's start with the obvious stuff first, shall we? Let's just assemble this first. Nope, nope, that's right. We want that. Then, not sure about the glue. That part's interesting to me. What about now? Now can I put this on? Nope, still no. Okay, maybe we have to disconnect that first. Alright, let's pull that out. Put all the fuses to the side. Whoops. Nope. Alright, that back plating surely must go to the back. Oh, maybe I have to glue? I'll bet you I have to glue it. Hold on. Let's grab the main sign piece, then grab you, then put that in, rotate this around, and then, yep, okay. So we have to glue the little battery compartment thing to the back, which that makes sense so far. That's good. Throw you there. Now we should have more than enough wires to do this. I would think like a double amount, right? Oh, is there only one power thing? Alright, hold on. I think I see, hold on. Connect that there. Okay. Interesting how we have more wires, but I guess we'll figure that out. Maybe there's just extras for some reason? Who knows? Maybe I'm missing something I'll have to do after I flip this back around. It's possible I missed something. This is my first time playing the game after all. Does it work? It does seem...
It's a bit,
Oh, where's the ice cream?
maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
Isn't there supposed to be an ice cream there? Okay. So yeah, we definitely did jump the gun. Or well, maybe not necessarily. It seems like maybe we were supposed to do that. Which that's an interesting idea, to make the player go back and try something again. Add a level of complexity to it. Alright, let's rotate this thing around again. Alright, where do you need to go? Oh, right there. Okay, in that case, put more glue onto the back of this, so that way we can add this component right there. That's why they gave us the extra wiring. Plug that in there, and then plug you in there, and then you there. Again, it seems... Here, let's just test it without putting the back plate back on.
It still needs something else. Maybe we can add one of these.
There we go. Oh, just one? And we get to pick? It's interesting, though. Her place doesn't necessarily... Some of those don't really fit the vibe. I guess the ice cream, maybe? Hopefully that's the right choice, but that seems to be the thing that would make the most sense for her business. Put you in there, plug the last piece in there, boom, boom, boom. And then let's spin you around here. Let's put the ice cream there. And let's give it a good old test here. That looks good.
It works! I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
What a fun concept for a game. This one with all the wiring reminds me a little bit of watching people play games like Keep Talking or Someone Explodes or whatever it's called. Except this is much more pleasant and lower stakes than a game like that. There it is. Carmen's neon sign. There you go.
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
See, it's even an ice cream on there. I wonder if the illustration changes based on what you pick.
Oh, that's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived. Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
Oh no.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
Interesting chapter. Even the repair itself was much more complicated and had to do some backtracking and undoing, so I suppose that's true to life there. Number 7, playing up. Looks like some sort of a Game Boy vibe.
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house. I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Psst, Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore. Can you fix it for me?
Let's restore this handheld game console. That's fun. Okay. I like the different, the surface that we're repairing this on is even different. That's really cool. Okay, first of all, put that to the side. Take the battery out. That's probably a good start. Okay. Alright, so the music chip thing looks broken. Interesting, there's 2 of those. Alright. Hopefully, I don't have to remember all of this, because I don't have faith in my capabilities yet to that degree. So, alright, well, first of all, let's disconnect that. Take that out. Put in a replacement there. Plug that in there. Is that all that's broken with this? I'm trying to figure out what's up with that. Oh. Oh, I see. I see. I see. That would be why. Okay, I see. All right, in that case, let's do the same thing with this. Pull you back. Get rid of you. Put in... Oh, wait. Hold on. That scorch-looking mark. Here, hold on. What is this? Ah, okay. That's the replacement piece. Okay. Alright, in that case, this whole thing's gotta go then. This top one. Which, that's gonna be fun. Is it the same for both? Let me check something real quick. Number 1... One is to the motherboard, 2 goes to music, 3 goes to light. Alright. 3 goes to light, 1 goes to motherboard, 2 goes to music chip. Okay. I think we're good there. The A button's broken. Oh, do we need to... The only way we can get to it is by taking that out, isn't it? Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay. So, 2 goes to music, 1 goes to motherboard. That's the same. Take the whole thing out. Pop the old button out, put the new button in. Put this back. 1 goes to motherboard, 2 goes to music. Now, I think that's all of those components sorted. At least I think. Am I missing anything besides battery? Whoop. Spin around. There we go. Put battery in. Snap that back on. Oh, nope, that goes back on. Obviously, you gotta test it with a cartridge.
Do grown-ups play games as well?
Pop and play.
Can you show me how to play? I
Oh,
tried
no.
before, but it was so hard.
Oh, I actually have to play it? Oh, that's fun. It's like Pokemon? What is this supposed to be? Oh. We gotta snap a picture of it. It's like a bird watching game? That's fun. Yokoi Pop and Play Games console. That's so cool.
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own. Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it. Really hard. At the wall.
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress. And I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too. It made me think. Had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind.
Hmm. I really like this, like a lot. Ooh, a watch. Number 8, momentary.
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell. It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
I was, repairing a lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do come in. The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office. You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe and restaurant in town. I'll be declaring the best chef in Bellariva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which...
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
Okay, I'm seeing like a faceplate needs repairing. Okay, we're taking the whole timepiece off.
Are you sure it will all fit back together?
Well, pretty sure. Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask here. Whoop, nope. Can we maybe place you somewhere? There we go. Alright, let's flip you around. Oh, no. The tragedy. Or the implied tragedy. It's a gift from his wife. Or at least I would assume so. And of course it has to do with time. So that's very, very appropriate. Very sad, but very appropriate. Can we actually get to those, or do we need to take that out? Oh, that's broken.
The main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it.
Oh.
Cogs look good, though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
Interesting. Can I sort of cheat? Take a look at how this should have worked? I'm gonna need to pop these out, right? Yeah, we gotta pop all this stuff out. Except for this. I don't think that one can be used. Okay. Here goes nothing. Whoops. Nope, hold on. Well, even if it's just a guessing game, I can make a guess. Alright, where were you supposed to go originally? Or do I need you? Ah, here we go. You go in the back. Alright, that all looks like it's working. Alright, let's put you back in. Spin you around. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We gotta get to that. Let's take you out, and then let's get to these screws here. Gotta get this glass, I guess, faceplate? I don't know what the technical watch term would be. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's pop a new lens on.
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
Yep, that's kind of the vibe that I got. It's tragic, but at least we're repairing it, you know? Whoops, hold on. Not so fast, partner. Let's get this in first, then this, then this, and put these screws back in, one at a time. I don't know how long ago this game came out, but I mean, in theory, there's probably like a million different things you can make a level about repairing. I say that not being a game developer, so, you know, I'm sure it takes an immense amount of time to make it. Schoenfelder Automatic 36 watch. Very nice.
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one small way I could help him move forward.
Very cool.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here. Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
I love the mixed media aspect of this game. I don't think I've mentioned that so far. I love the fact that the repairs are in 3D, but I love all the illustration stuff in between. Whoa, is that a slide projector? Oh, number 9, the bigger picture.
When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect to see, Helena.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knick-knack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
Oh, well, maybe that's a good sign.
We're having a clear-out. Or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money.
Oh, well, she's trying to help, I guess.
She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
Oh, I bet there's going to be some family photos on this thing. I bet you. Even just like the attention to detail, having like the different backgrounds is so satisfying. Like incredibly satisfying. Alright, there are so many screws in this. Okay, let's get to it. Let's take this top part off. Got that. There's 2 more. Alright, let's take you.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
Oh, yes she did. Oh wait, can we not take the slide out? Hold on, hold on. You go back over here. I need to see this. Can I remove it for you? Or I guess that's what needs to be in when it turns on for ultimate pangs of guilt to be there. Electric. Beware electricity. Okay. Noted. Alright, so we've got some fuse type stuff and a broken bulb. That's gotta
Light
go.
bulb is completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top for the projector to work.
Oh, I see, I see. Hold on, let me get a look at this. Lens at the top. Okay. Alright, let's deal with this part first. Okay, so we need to redirect that. Right there. And then take you. Then spin this around. Well, first of all, it's really hard to see what I'm doing there. I think I know what this is doing. Possibly. Maybe. That remains to be seen. Is that the main thing that's broken? Because there's also some wiring here. Just trying to get a good look at this first. Well, we'll figure it out. Alright, so... Okay, so we need that reflecting up. How would we do that? How would we get it to reflect up? Warning electricity. Do we have to take that off, I wonder? Does that unscrew or unsnap? Here, let me take a look at this. Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, I'm silly. It needs to go there. I just assumed that since something was there that it needed to be there. That's how you get it to go up.
Looks
And
like
then
something is still missing.
no way that it shows immediately. Oh, that's so cool.
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad.
I wonder why.
Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
Okay. Alright, so that needs to go.
Looks like something is still missing.
I mean, screws. Definitely. Gotta put some of these in there. Any old place. There we go. Plug you in here. Move you around up there. Very good. And put you back on top. There we go. And then let's get these screws back in. So I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything.
Those screws still need to be put back.
Yep, working on that. I can't believe they programmed it so that with a projector works like that. That's so cool.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around. I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Omnicolor slide projector. I wonder if these are even slightly based on actual, I guess, devices that the people who made the game are, like, basing it off of.
Transfixed. Staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing. Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
Seems like there's some good old-fashioned miscommunication going on.
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance. I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
That was a fun repair. That was really fun. Number 10. Boiling point. Some cooking stuff, seems like.
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favor?
Oh, yeah, because this is the day of the
Helena was
festival.
supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
Carmen was stirring so furiously she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
Let's do this. Wild veggie soup. Ingredients: 1 pint of
her
stock.
recipe is a bit smudged. Never mind, I'm sure whatever I put in will be fine.
I mean, I can still make out most of this, right? Half a carrot, 2 broccoli florets, handful of chopped tomatoes, 3 wild mushrooms, plenty of... Ooh. Plenty of something. We'll find out, I'm sure. Here, we'll put that back down for now. Okay, so I'm assuming we need to put the cookware thing together first, I would assume. This part seems relatively easy. It's going to be the cooking part that's going to get a little bit hairy, probably. There we go. There we go. Boom.
It all fits. Now to light the gas.
Okay. This seems somewhat dangerous. Oh, hold on. Got it. Strike. There we go. Boom. Put the pot on there. Do we put the pot on there first? I guess put the broth. It's a good start. Can we combine these two together? Right? Oh, well, first of all, let's put... No. All right. Here, start with this. Nope, that's right. Oh, that would be why I would have to relight it. Okay. Now, can we put the pot on? To heat it up? Oh, do we need to do that after it's on? Okay, that would be why. I'm a goofball. Right? Whoops. Nope. Try that again. Put the pot on. Rotate this so that way I can get a proper angle. Hopefully without spilling the soup, the broth. Or maybe we do need to light it first. Oh, there we go. Must have been the angle.
That pot is really boiling now. Smells great if I say so myself.
Right.
Here
Now,
are the ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first?
ooh, okay. All right. Well, let's follow the ingredients. 1 pint of stock, we got that. 1.5 stick of... Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, butter? 1/4 of a stick. Is that 1/4? Can we even pick up the other stuff? Oh no, don't do this to me. Let's see. That's definitely 1/4 of a stick. I wish I could separate these a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. 1/2 of carrots. Can we chop that? Let's say like, well, that's good. 1/2 2 broccoli florets. Which 2 honestly doesn't sound like enough, but whatever. Handful of chopped tomatoes.
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
Okay, cool. This is a nice handful of tomatoes. 3 wild mushrooms. Which would translate to 6 of these bad boys because they're all chopped in half. There we go. Plenty of... I guess that would have to be onions? I don't know. There's only one other ingredient here. So, I guess we're going to throw some of these in there. All right, I think that's good. I think that's good. I'm a master chef. 4-season soup. Carmen's 4-season soup.
My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, as a moment later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter. We have a few more meals to taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Now, that's never a bad sign.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did. I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years. I never stopped to think how much she actually had to give.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. For a game like this, I feel like it's not super necessary to get too, I guess, down in the weeds in terms of, you know, interpersonal complexities. Where, like the items in the game, you have to make things fixable for the story to have sort of an uplifting feel. But I guess it works in a microcosm, because the problems that are here are obviously somewhat simplified or condensed, so that way they work within the plot of the story. But I actually really like that. I think it serves the game well. Number 11, Harmony. Got an old record player?
The festival finished. I only had one day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bellariva behind. I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen, so that evening I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it. Best food in Bellariva. Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
Oh, that's awesome.
Maria, my favorite sous chef. Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old record player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival. She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts. But then she didn't have much left for herself. So, I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Oh, that's sweet.
I wanted to give her this, to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids. Do you think it has one last tune in it?
Oh, heck yeah. Let's do this. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
All right, let's turn that puppy off.
Isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
Oh, wow. This thing comes apart like nobody's business.
Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly.
Whoa. Okay. All right, so the wiring's the problem, is it? Okay, so those two things do work, but you need to go to... Oh, I see. You need to go to that, and then... Let's see. Where will you both plug in? Whoops, hold on. Oh, hold on. There, I see it. How to make a closed loop there.
Speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it.
Okay, what about you? There we go.
I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully. It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around.
Always good that we have a spare. Okay, so that's the spare motor. All right, gotta take the little elastic band off and the little spinny object. That's the technical term for all this.
I should be able to hear it now.
Oh, model number. Hold on. Model number is U57WO. Nope, hold on. This is the one. Because I'm assuming that that would matter.
Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
So is it turning at the correct speed? I think it is. Oh, we might have to actually put everything back on to find out. Here, let's put that back on. And put you on there. And let's hit play on this to see. Easy peasy. Idaphone Fidelity Record Player complete. Very nice.
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years. Inseparable, once again.
That's really cool. I love that.
Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be. I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Good.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips. I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear their voices more than anything. But the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
Number 12, A Father's Reprise. Giving something precious to the daughter that's breakable.
The final morning in Bellariva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw-driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
You've made quite the impression. Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
That's sweet.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bellariva, but it felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens. I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
Oh, it's like a family heirloom. Absolutely. We can absolutely do that. First of all, let's figure out what is vexing this thing. Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's take this thing apart here. Let's get to the main issue here. Take that out and take this out. There's the base. And something disconnects here. Okay. Oh, maybe he's replacing the image, so maybe we need to put the family photo in.
Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
That's a nice touch. Can absolutely do that. First of all, though, we need to figure out what's going on with this. No. Here we go. You can go there. All right.
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
Okay. More gears. Okay. Let's take a little gander at this. Are there any screws we can get to? Can we just take the broken bits out now? Alright, the tines are okay. At least I think they are. What I'm trying to figure out is what those other gears would even be for. Oh, well, we'll find out. Alright. So let's put that in there. I guess they did give us 3 gears. So that was the broken one. Right there. Put that there. Then put you in. So that's all connected up there. Whoops, hold on. Oh, wait, no. Maybe that was what I was supposed to do here. Okay. Okay, so that mechanism I think is good. So we should just be able to fit that back inside. Then I guess let's glue the family photo in place here. Put some glue on that. Grab family photo, slap that there. Put that in place. Screw that in, because that's not going anywhere. I'm confident that I did that right. Everything else is a bit of a, guesswork, but... Okay, then we put you down in there. Put you in there. Wind it up. Oh, tell me birds fly up and out of there. Oh. Something's supposed to be happening with the mechanisms. Maybe if we put the key in, we can see what the problem is. Oh. Those gears aren't turning at all. Why aren't those gears turning? Okay. Alright. Alright. We're going for a harder restoration. Fine with me. Bring it on. If you want to be stubborn, we will find a way to make it work. I should have tested that. I should have known better to test that before I buttoned it all back up. Okay. So what's your deal? Alright, lay that to the side. Can we actually just put the key in right now? Okay. I assumed that that would... There we go. That's got it. I should have tested that before.
Perfect. The mechanism is good as new.
There we go. All right. Now put this on, grab you, place you into you, flip this upside down, put you here, then put the screws back in for yet another time. But this time, I have it right, and it's working. All right, put you back into there, and all right, let's see that other bird, right? Did I miss something? What is this slot for? That's the part that's confusing me. Okay, I didn't... Okay. That's my mistake. Okay. You need to go here, and you, other bird, can go right there.
I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
I agree.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say goodnight.
It's a good thing that Izzy has that on recording, and maybe you don't even know that.
I've missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be. I've ended up so much like my own father, working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that, especially now it's just the two of us. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders. She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix.
Mm-hmm. Number 13. Oh, is it literally just us packing up? Departure. No!
My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop. The day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every day since. As I packed, I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load.
All right, time to pack. This time I know to do that. Oh, we got some extra stuff. Wait, did she give us that?
Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. My train ticket. I can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind.
Oh, this is a cool idea.
The recipe for Carmen's special. I'm under strict instructions to guard it with my life. Joseph's idea of light reading for the train. It does look thorough. Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual. She'll be a pro in no time.
This is a fun idea. Oh no, that's mine. Right.
My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. The soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey.
All packed up and ready to go.
My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference. Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them. I just didn't know if they would feel the same. Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back.
Oh, heck yeah, we get to dial it.
Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. Well, I'll let the credits play out because I love this music. I saw that I think there's like a bonus episode or something there at the end, but I'll let this play through before I get to it. Oh, here it is, the epilogue. Is that a coffee maker? Carmen's letter. All right, let's do this and then I'll end with my thoughts after. The epilogue.
Dear Maria, Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left. Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognise her. She's like a new woman. She's always running round, taking orders and making drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like. She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top. It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing together.
Oh no, is this like the hard mode is her POV of trying to put it together? No way. That's so funny. All right, well, I'm sure this is gonna be as nightmarish as I would assume.
I saw Maria use her screwdriver 1,000,000 times. Taking this apart will be easy.
Of course. This is gonna be the challenge level. I can already feel it.
These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
Do they look simple? Really? Nope. Yes.
I'll need to connect all the pipes correctly to stop the steam pouring out.
Yep. I copy. Alright. Where does the red even need to go? Alright. Well, for starters... Whoa, hold on. where does the steam need to go, I wonder? Nope. Let's take a look here. That would redirect it that way, which is interesting, but I'm not sure that's what needs to happen. Oh, that could be good. Yes. And then connect it. Across like that. Okay, that's shockingly good, I guess. And then this? No shot.
No more steam.
Wow. I don't even know what to say about that, other than I lucked out like crazy. Okay. Alright, where's the circuit board for this puppy go? Oh, whoops. Well, I plugged it in. Alright, we need to figure out 1, 2, and 3. Alright, electric to electric. Then... oh, well, I guess we could follow these to where they end to figure out what they go to. So the top one goes down, around, that way. The further of the two lines goes up, and that's the coffee one. Right. So the one in back will go to this one here. Now, in terms of 1, 2, and 3, I haven't the faintest as to what's technically first. But we're gonna find out by process of elimination. Unless, of course, it doesn't matter. Which somehow, I doubt that it wouldn't. Did I remove those screws? Was I supposed to? Probably. I just didn't see those. Oh, well, this makes a whole lot more sense now, doesn't it? Okay. Alright. First things first, let's plug all these in. Alright. Coffee to 3, light to 2, electric to 1. Nope. You go there, and you go there. Okay. We got 3 lights. We got lights everywhere. I think that's all that we need to do. And we put that back on. Oh, wait a minute. Should I test this? How would I test it? Well, I'm fairly certain I got it right, but if I was being smart about it, I would have just put the faceplate on and tested it, but I'm not smart, so if I have to pop it back open and get it, if this is canonically how she did,
Everything? Better test the buttons just to make sure.
this will be the real test right here. All right. There we go. Do we get it? Okay, so water came out. Steam came out there. I think that works, right?
Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
Oh no, this is gonna be the part I suck at. Alright, you know what? Actually, no. One of my sisters just showed me how to do this. So you take this, you put it in a little grind thing, and then you put the cup down in there. Put the coffee in first. It brews, and then I can steam it.
Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical.
I assume that at this point I can... Okay, alright. So I guess we don't need that, but we can add Okay, hold on. Let's put this here. And then... I gotta do a little bit of that.
A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
And a much better artist, but still. Whoop, don't spill that. Boom. That looks good. Newcomb Classic Espresso Machine. What a fun way to end. That was a really good level. Very satisfying.
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hoped she'd think it was intentional. Always the connoisseur, she didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed. I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her.
It was a pine tree, but you know what? Horse is good too.
She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realised how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff. It made me realise how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carmen.
What a fun bonus level. And with that, I believe that that is the entire game. And if anybody knows me, they know that I like a gaming experience, a movie experience, whatever it is, that is well thought out. It doesn't have to go on for forever, but it has to tell a story with a beginning, middle, and end. It has to be compelling, and the limited nature of the game, I think, actually works to its benefit. I think it maybe would have lost something if it went on too long. I would absolutely, though, play, like if they ever made a sequel to Assembled with Care and had more levels to play, I would be all over that. But I think that's going to do it for Assembled with Care. Phenomenal game. Love the voice acting. Love the music. The sound design was really good. The lighting. I loved the mix of 3D and 2D. It was just a really solid gaming experience for me. So that's going to do it for this video on Assemble with Care, and I will see you guys in the next game. Bye.